There comes a moment in every life when betrayal cuts deep. A friend turns cold, partner lies, an ally switches sides, and you stand there stunned, wondering how someone you trusted could strike so ruthlessly. But here's the truth Machiavelli knew long before us. Betrayal is not an accident. It is a test of your power. In The Prince, Machiavelli wrote, "Men are ungrateful, fickle, liars, and deceivers. They shun danger and are greedy for gain." He wasn't being cynical. He was being real. Because when loyalty breaks, something deeper is revealed. The hidden power dynamics between you and those around you. So today, we're not here to talk about pain. We're here to talk about power. And what Machiavelli would have you do when people betray you. These are 10 dark lessons that will transform the way you see betrayal forever. Lesson 1. Don't react. Observe like a hunter. The moment betrayal hits, your first instinct is emotional. Rage, sadness, disbelief. That's exactly what your betrayer expects. They want you impulsive. They want you exposed. But Machiavelli would whisper one word. Observe. Step back. Breathe. Study their motives, not their words. In The Prince, he warned that the first method for estimating the intelligence of a ruler is to look at the men he has around him. Your betrayer just revealed who they are and what they think of you. So don't lash out. Watch quietly. Power belongs to the one who sees before acting. Affirmation. I do not react to betrayal. I study it. I learn from it. I evolve above it. Lesson 2. Never confront directly. Starve them of validation. The weak confront. The powerful withdraw. Betrayers feed on attention. Your outrage validates their importance. Machiavelli advised rulers to appear composed, even when chaos brews underneath, to reveal no emotional fracture. In psychological terms, this is called emotional starvation. When you don't respond, they lose control. Instead of saying, "How could you do this to me?" say nothing. Move strategically. Like a chess master, remove your energy from their board. They will start to crumble under the weight of your silence. Affirmation. My silence is louder than anger. My restraint is my dominance. Lesson 3. Turn betrayal into a power audit. Betrayal isn't just a wound. It's a mirror. It shows you who in your circle is loyal and who was pretending. Machiavelli wrote that he who builds on the people builds on mud. In other words, never build your power on the loyalty of others. Build it on your own self-control and adaptability. Take inventory. Who stands beside you when you're silent? Who disappears when you no longer serve their interests? Use betrayal as a cleansing fire. Burn away illusions. What's left will be pure and truly yours. Affirmation. Every betrayal removes weakness from my circle. I lose nothing real. Lesson 4. Mask your intent. Never reveal retaliation. A dangerous mistake people make is seeking revenge too soon. Machiavelli said, never attempt to win by force what can be won by deception. Revenge isn't always a sword. Sometimes it's a seed. Plant it quietly. Let time do your work. Maybe it's becoming so disciplined, so powerful, that their betrayal becomes irrelevant. Maybe it's aligning with their enemies or outgrowing their influence. But never announce your retaliation, because power revealed is power lost. Affirmation. My revenge is silence. My growth is my weapon. Lesson 5. Understand why they betrayed you. It's not about you. Most betrayal isn't personal. It's psychological. Carl Jung once wrote, the meeting of two personalities is like the contact of two chemical substances. If there is any reaction, both are transformed. Sometimes your strength reminds others of their weakness. Your ambition highlights their stagnation. So they betray not to hurt you, but to escape their own reflection. This realization frees you. You stop asking, why me? And start asking, what does their betrayal say about them? Affirmation. Their betrayal reflects their fear, not my failure. Lesson 6. Use distance as your weapon. The greatest punishment is absence. Machiavelli believed that power thrives in distance and mystery. When you vanish, when you remove access, People begin to feel the gravity of your silence. Psychologists call this emotional contrast. Humans crave what they can no longer reach. Your absence creates pressure, and that pressure teaches. Affirmation: my absence is power. I make them feel the loss of my energy. Lesson 7. Never let betrayal make you bitter. Bitterness is a trap. Keeps your energy chained to the past. Machiavelli's true power came not from emotion, but from calculation. He believed emotions were useful only when directed toward strategy. Robert Greene echoed this centuries later. The ability to suppress emotions is the single greatest skill of the powerful. You don't rise by hating your enemies. You rise by mastering yourself. Affirmation: I channel pain into power. I turn betrayal into strategy. Lesson 8. Rebuild, but build differently. Once the fire passes, rebuild. But this time wiser, colder, sharper. Don't surround yourself with comfort. Surround yourself with competence. People who respect boundaries, not just benefits. Machiavelli said, "He who is the cause of another becoming powerful is ruined. So be cautious whom you lift. Don't build others at the cost of your own foundation. Your next empire must be built on observation, not trust. On awareness, not assumption." Affirmation: I rebuild from truth, not illusion. My foundation is unshakable. Lesson 9. Make betrayal a strategic filter. Every betrayal clarifies your environment. It exposes what you could not see before. Machiavelli wrote that a wise prince must learn how not to be good. He didn't mean you should become cruel. He meant you should see through pretense. Loyalty isn't a virtue. It's a transaction. People are loyal as long as it benefits them. And that's fine, it's human nature. The powerful don't demand loyalty. They design systems that don't need it. So the next time someone betrays you, ask, what structure allowed it? What blind spot did I leave unguarded? That is how you evolve from victim to strategist. Affirmation: betrayal is my filter. It removes illusions and sharpens my strategy. Lesson 10. Stay unreadable, control the narrative. Once betrayal happens, the world watches how you respond. Your enemies, your allies, your competitors, everyone studies your reaction. This is where most people fail. They vent, they post, they explain, but the powerful remain unreadable. Machiavelli said, "A prince must learn to deceive the deceivers." The key to control is ambiguity. You must appear calm, collected, and unshaken, even if you're still bleeding inside, because perception is currency. When no one can read your emotions, no one can predict your moves, and unpredictability is power. Affirmation: no one can read me. My mystery keeps me untouchable. Lesson 11. Use betrayal to evolve your identity. Every betrayal ends one version of you. The version that trusted blindly. The version that needed approval. Good. Let it die. Psychologically, betrayal triggers ego death, the painful breaking of an old self-image. But out of that death comes evolution. A more grounded, self-sufficient identity. Carl Jung called this individuation, the process of becoming whole, the destruction of the mask you wore to please others. So when someone betrays you, don't cling to who you were. Step into who you must become. Affirmation: their betrayal ended my weakness, forced my rebirth. Lesson 12. Build emotional sovereignty. Emotional sovereignty is the foundation of all dominance. It means no one can control your inner state, no matter what they do. When people betray you, they expect chaos. They expect your emotions to spiral. But Machiavelli would say, control the storm inside, and you control the battlefield. Detach. Breathe. Remind yourself. Their choices are their reflection, not your ruin. Emotional sovereignty isn't coldness. It's mastery. It's the ability to respond with precision instead of impulse. Affirmation: I own my emotions. No one can shake my inner empire. Lesson 13. Learn the art of indirect revenge. Machiavelli's revenge was never loud. It was elegant, calculated. He wrote that men should either be treated generously or destroyed, because they take revenge for slight injuries, but cannot retaliate for severe ones. So when you respond, respond completely. Not with anger but with results. Rise so far above your betrayer that your success becomes their silent punishment. When you thrive without them, you expose their irrelevance. That's psychological warfare, and it's far more satisfying than confrontation. Affirmation: my success is revenge. My progress is their silence. Lesson 14. Turn betrayal into a psychological advantage. When you've experienced betrayal and survived, something profound happens. You become harder to deceive. You begin to recognize tone, micro-expressions, inconsistencies in behavior. You can sense manipulation before it arrives. In psychological warfare, this is called pattern recognition. The more pain you've endured consciously, the sharper your perception becomes. Betrayal teaches you how humans really operate, how self-interest drives every decision, how fear shapes every alliance. That awareness makes you untouchable. Affirmation: pain sharpened my perception. I see the truth before others do. Lesson 15. Maintain a long memory but a clean heart. Machiavelli wasn't sentimental, but he understood the value of memory. Never forget betrayal. Never hate either. Keep records, not grudges. Bitterness drains energy, but awareness fuels strategy. Remember what they did, and not to punish, but to predict. Because history repeats itself, especially when you ignore it. Robert Greene said it best: the past is the greatest teacher. Learn from it, then close the book. Carry the lesson. Release the emotion. That's how you stay sharp and free. Affirmation: I remember everything, but I carry nothing. My mind is clear and dangerous. Lesson 16. Become the person betrayal cannot touch. The final lesson is transformation. To rise so completely in power, self-control, and discipline that betrayal no longer breaks you, it builds you. This is what Machiavelli meant when he said, "It is better to be feared than loved, if you cannot be both." But here, feared doesn't mean cruel. It means respected, unshakable. It means no one dares to play with your trust again, because your presence commands consequence. When betrayal comes again, and it will, you will not flinch. You will simply smile, because you've mastered the lesson most never do. That betrayal is not the end of your story. It's the beginning of your strength. Affirmation: I am unbreakable. I am unreadable. I am Machiavellian in my calm. Betrayal is inevitable, but suffering from it is optional. Here's what Machiavelli would want you to remember. Don't react. Observe. Withdraw your energy. Turn betrayal into insight. Stay unreadable. Let pain evolve you. Build emotional sovereignty. Respond through results, not rage. Every betrayal is a forge, and you are the steel. You emerge sharper, colder, stronger. So the next time someone betrays you, don't collapse. Stand still. Let silence do the talking, because silence is the language of power.